Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. I meant to talk about this a while ago, but don't worry, Stephen Coon Smith. I'm coming after you. I got something for you. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to sound like I'm heartless or I'm non empathetic. You know, what these women are going through is very hard. People forget that, you know, so it's hard for people to touch this subject because we live in a very sensitive world where you can't criticize anybody, you can't give a good critique on nobody. And then there's bias, there's a lot of bias towards when people are going at certain people or going at certain members of the media and everything. So, and the thing I mean by that is, so basically, she pulls out of the women gymnastic finals and let the world know it's okay not to be okay. Her heart was in it, but her head was not. And when Simone Biles lost her bearings midair during a relatively simple vault in the first rotation of the women's team competition, she knew the risks were too great for her to continue attempting to perform the dazzling skills she had always pulled off with an assurance that disguised their danger. I had no idea where I was in the air. Biles said of her vault, on which she completely completed only one and a half of the two and a half twists she had planned. You have to be there 100% or 120% because if you're not, you could get hurt. Biles, 24, was second guessing herself the past few days, sagging under the pressure of being the GOAT. She had lost the joy that gymnastics had brought her since she was an active kid who tumbled and jumped off the couch in her parents' Texas home. Some of her enthusiasm was stolen when she was sexually assaulted by Larry Nassar, the former national team doctor who abused hundreds of women. Biles said during a Facebook Watch series, some of the delight she derived from the sport was crushed by feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. As she wrote in an Instagram post earlier this week, the stress had become especially intense in Tokyo, where she was expected to dominate the Olympics and repeat as all-around champion while leading the U.S. to a third straight team championship. Strong and powerful though she is, it was too heavy of a burden to continue to carrying. Her doubts came to a head Tuesday when she walked off the competition floor at Ariake Gymnastics Center after her vault. She went to the locker room with a member of the team medical staff and returned wearing a warm-up suit over her red, white, and blue leotard. That she emerged not wearing the hand grip she would need to compete on the next event. The uneven bars confirmed she was done. She passed the chalk, if not the symbolic torch, to Sunisa Lee, Jordan Childs, and Grace McCallum. We were also stressed. She's freaking Simone Biles. Lee says she carried the team basically when we had to kind of step up to the plate. It was very hard and stressful, but I'm very proud of us because we did that. They did the best they could, which always was gutsy and sometimes outstanding, notably in Lee eyes popping uneven bar routine, but without Biles' versatility and unique skills, the Americans couldn't match the athletes of the Russian Olympic Committee, who won the gold medal with 169.528 points. The U.S. women were second, 166.096 points, followed by the surprising British team with 164.096 points. The Russian women, who won silver in the 2016 Rio team competition, have developed some extraordinary talent the past few years. They had outscored the Americans in the qualifying phase Sunday, even with Biles in the U.S. lineup. Tuesday's competition figured to be closed. It was the first time that we were competing for gold, not for silver, said Angelina Melnikova, the only Russian from the 2016 team to return for these games. Silver is not the medal American women are accustomed to wearing, but they weren't losers by any measures, especially in Biles' eyes, because her teammates responded with maturity and grace under unpredictably difficult circumstances. Hold on. I think tonight they get a gold medal for me in fighting because they never gave up and they showed the world what they're capable of, she said. Biles previously qualified for the all-around final, which will take place Thursday, as well as the final in each of the four apparatus. She says she hasn't yet decided if she will compete in those events. A day off Wednesday will go a long way toward helping her decide. Although she had returned to the competition floor with tape encasing her ankle, she later said she hadn't got hurt. Injury, no, just my pride is hurt a little bit, she said. I felt pretty comfortable coming into Olympic Games, and I don't really know what happened, but just going through each of the days and of the training, it just felt a little bit tougher. Going out there tonight could have gone better, in my opinion, because warm-up wasn't that bad. Still struggling with some things, wasn't too bad. Once I got out here, it was just like, you know what, I'm going to take a back seat, let these girls go out there and do their thing, and they did it. Biles won gold on the vault in the 2016 Rio Games, part of her 5-medal haul. She later upgraded her skills to include a vault called the Yurchenko double pike, which no other female gymnast has landed when she became hesitant before vaults that are less challenging, such as the easier vault that she couldn't control Tuesday. She knew she had to stop. We want to walk out of here, not be dragged out of here on a stretch or anything, she said. After that vault, I'm not in the right headspace. I'm not going to lose a medal for this country and these girls because they worked way too hard for me to go out there and have them lose a medal. I just don't trust myself as much as I used to, and I don't know if it's age. I'm a little bit more nervous when I do gymnastics. I feel like I'm also not having as much fun, and I know that this Olympic Games, I wanted it to be for myself. At that point, her voice broke. Childs, who has become a close friend since she began training at Biles' family-owned gym in Spring, Texas, rubbed her back to comfort her. I came in and I felt like I was still doing it for other people, Biles said, so it hurt my heart that doing what I love has been kind of taken away from me to please other people. Biles has been outspoken about having dealt with mental health issues, and she has been inspired by tennis star Naomi Osaka's acknowledgement of having faced similar doubts. The real victory would be if Biles' decision to walk away from the team events leads someone else to seek help for their own fears. I just think mental health awareness is more prevalent now in sports, and it's not like we have to put everything aside. We have to focus on ourselves, she said. We're human too, so we have to protect our mind and our body rather than go out there and do what the world wants us to do. The world wanted her to perform. She showed greater strength by giving the spotlight to her teammates and letting them shine. So that's what happened. Her and Naomi Osaka are basically mental health women who have gone through a lot. And you know, mental health is serious, and then she had to deal with being assaulted by her trainer, I think it was. Did they say the trainer? What did they say? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, they were sexually assaulted by Larry Nassar, the former national team doctor who abused hundreds of women. So Larry Nassar, let's look him up. Okay. So he basically was the former doctor, and he's appeared on the news as a child molesting criminal. So he was molesting these women when they were younger. Okay. So basically, her and Naomi basically were dealing with mental health issues. Now, I'm gonna read a report. So, let's see. Now, now, when Kyrie Irving talked about mental health issues and resting and everything, you guys laughed at him and y'all joked about him. Y'all basically destroyed him. Charles Barkley, well, which we know he's been a coon forever, and he's a part of LG, whatever you call them, the LG whatever group, the lesbos and the gays group. He's a part of that. He marches for that. And if you want to know more about that, you could go to Carcino's Patreon. He will explain that in depth about Barkley and his ties with that community and why he fights for them so hard. Now, when Kyrie Irving took a mental health day off, you guys destroyed him. Y'all laughed at him. Y'all dissed him and everything. Y'all just destroyed Kyrie Irving. It was just like he's always complaining. But see, this is the thing. This is me. I don't diss either or. I'm not gonna get on the women, and I didn't get on Kyrie Irving. I didn't get on none of them. My thing is the double standards of women and the men that they present within the black community. And now Naomi Osaka is claiming that she's black. I thought before she was claiming her Japanese side. I mean, I may have got that wrong, so don't destroy me. Just quickly, just when you're in the comment section, just correct me. And then we can go from there. But my thing is this: when it's a man, we get destroyed. that's just what it is. We get destroyed. We get killed. We get talked about bad. You know, Kyrie Irving has complained about mental health issues, but you guys just destroy him and say he's just making it up. He just want attention. So it's like, wow, okay. So this is what they do. Now, the first time he took some time away, he basically showed up at a party with I think it was his sister, a family member who was being, I think it was their birthday. I didn't see nothing wrong with it, but the NBA got mad about it. But all you fans was dissing him. But LeBron did the same exact thing. He was at a gathering that was worse than what Kyrie was. Kyrie was in a controlled environment. LeBron wasn't. And LeBron hasn't even taken the vaccine. I don't even think he's still taking the vaccine, allegedly. But they slapped him on the wrist. They let him get away with everything. But you fans, y'all the ones who condone this. Y'all condone this. You guys don't care. You guys villainize people because the media has taught you to villainize people. And don't tell me about that. Stephen Coon Smith defending Kyrie. He just defended Kyrie so then later he could criticize him. And then he has some tape where his dumb cronies can be like in a debate. Oh, Stephen A defended him. No, he did that to cover his ass. So if he disses him down the line disrespectfully, then he could be like, go right back to that and say, oh, look what I said. And then he still was condescending. He still dissed him. I just think Kyrie Irving thinks too much. Y'all didn't catch that in the video. Why does Kyrie think too much? What's wrong with him thinking? This is what I don't get. You want the athletes to think and talk, but then when they talk and they think about something that you don't like or the answer you want to hear, you want to destroy them. And this has been going on forever. My thing is this: if you're going to pat the women on the back, Simonebiles and Naomiosaka, if you're going to pat them on the back, then go ahead and pat Kyrie Irving on the back. Paul George said he had mental health issues in the bubble, and I was one of the ones to clown him because I just feel like he always has a bad playoff. So to me, I don't think it's mental health. I just think he's just not a good player when it comes to pressure situations. But I'm just saying, Kyrie Irving really had mental issues, saying that I'm finna sit out because of mental issues, and he was dealing with family issues and personal reasons he had to leave. Now he's out here going off on the shoe company for putting out his shoes, and now he just fired his Rock Nation people. And then he I guess gave some money to Pakistan for the water. You know, Kyrie, I understand, man. Look, you should have gave that water to the kids here. You should have gave something to the kids here. Now, I'm not saying you may not have. If you have, I will stand corrected. But I feel like you should have did something for the kids here instead of give that money to kids in Pakistan. Because to me, that's just some Oprah bullshit where you'll give money to them, but you ain't going to help people in your backyard. So that's all I'm saying. But to me, the mental health issues, we have to stop with this double standard of letting black women, it's okay to pat them on the back, but if a black man has mental issues, y'all want to destroy him. And see, that's the country we live in. And I feel Judge Joe Brown where he's like, man up. Well, Judge Joe Brown, there's not a lot of men out here. There's not. Sometimes men get tired. We get tired as men. We do. Like, we work every day. We work tooth and nail. We barely have enough time to think. Sometimes we do suffer from mental issues, and it's not mental issues where, oh man, I'm soft, I can't do this today. No, you're gonna do it, but I'm just saying some of these people have issues. Now, me, I feel like this. You don't have time to have mental issues. In the field I work in or where I'm at, the level I'm at, I can't take a day off with mental leave or mental issues. I can't do it. These athletes, they can do it because they got the time and they're getting millions of dollars. To me, the problem is you're giving too much of this money to the athletes when you should be giving this money to the infrastructure to help these kids, especially in the black community, not only the black community, but the poor communities, and basically put in real schools, put in teachers, give teachers help. There are some teachers who may not can pass the test. You ought to let them teach because they know how to teach. They know how to teach better than some of these teachers who can pass the test. That's facts. But mental issues are serious. Now, these young ladies, you know, they're going through stuff. That's cool. But I'm just saying, when it was Kyrie Irving, you guys just laughed at it. Y'all laughed at it. Y'all talked bad about him. It was like, wow, really? And this is the problem that I have with a lot of people. It's like, look, You guys have got to stop with the double standard. You guys do it when you criticize players. You guys haven't talked about the USA men's dream team winning the other day against Iran. But I bet if they would have lost, y'all would have put that story, y'all would have ran it on the front page. Because you know why? Y'all some condescending bitch ass niggas and bitch ass pink folk that's in the media. And you YouTubers, you too, I'm calling you YouTubers out. You know who I'm talking to. You guys are so quick to diss them when they lose, but you won't give them glorification when they win. You double standard bastards. All of you fuck boys and fuck niggas are assholes. I cannot believe that you guys don't have no cojones to step out your little ass box and give praise and give shout out to the American team for winning. No, you punk ass dudes want to run and then be like, oh yeah, they won, but can they do it again? It's like, I mean, yeah, they could do it again. And then it's like nobody wants to show them doing well. That's what gets on my nerves. It's like, oh my goodness, man. It's crazy. I've just never seen I just never seen some condescending people. It's crazy to me how all of y'all just how all of y'all just diss them. And then when they win, y'all don't want to give them no respect or love. But I know I went off track. But what I wanted to really say is look, give these girls a break. But at the same time, when are you going to give the brothers a break? Give the black men a break. Give them some love. Give them some respect and let them handle their issues. Don't come out and blast them and destroy them. It's the same thing with Sha'Carri Richardson. She got caught smoking weed. She owned up to her stuff. But if that was a black athlete, a black male in the NFL or the NBA or whatever sport, they would have got destroyed. They'd have been like, you'd have had Stephen Coon Smith, stay off the weed, yo bitch ass. That's what I'm saying. We've got to wake up from this double standard. If you are dealing with mental issues, to me, don't report it. Just go to somebody and tell them. Don't come out and talk about it. Just tell somebody and move on from it. Because the media is there to make it bigger than what it is. Then you got some media people saying that, oh, they just quit and everything. Hey, if they just quit, they just quit. It's a game. I love sports, but your mental health is better. It's like you at the job. If you mentally can't sustain working these hours, you may need to take a break. It's okay. So we have got to stop laughing, but it's okay to diss Kyrie Irving. But if LeBron James would have came out and said, I'm dealing with mental issues, all you bitch ass niggas and women would have, you bitch ass pink folk would have jumped on him like, we got to protect LeBron. LeBron's going through it right now. Oh my God. You hypocritical bastards. That's all I got to say. I'm out. Deezy.